Ooh-wee. Let's get into these preseason games with New Orleans. We're starting things off at SoFi Stadium, taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. There are quite a few key position battles that'll be ironed out in these three games. I'm not going to show the entirety of the games, but I'll definitely go through the highlights and highlight a lot of good plays that happen throughout. Here's Velus Jones on the opening kickoff return. He gets a good block to the left side, spins inside, and he's going to get up to about the 36. Spencer Rattler will be the starting quarterback for game number 1 of the preseason, and this starting quarterback job is really his to lose here, as he throws a nice pass over the middle and he finds Chris Olave for the first down. 2nd and 13 now. Rattler will drop back. He's going to throw left side. That's going to be intercepted. Deion Henley gets the interception as Rattler tried to force that one to Rashid Shaheed, and it just didn't work out for him. Definitely not the type of play that you can afford to make when you are fighting for a starting job. Here's Justin Herbert on the play fake. He'll throw to the end zone. That'll be a touchdown for the Chargers. Ladd McConkey getting the grab there, and it's 7-0 Chargers. So now second drive. Rattler tries to force it into double coverage again and gets picked off once again. Tried to thread the needle. It didn't work out for him. And that is going to be Tareeb Still getting the pick for the Chargers. So 2 interceptions on 2 drives to Rattler. Not a good start. And now here's a handoff. Amorian Hampton going absolutely nowhere. Good stop by this starting defense. Chargers would get inside the 20 though. Herbert throws it to the right and a good break up there by Kool-Aid McKinstry. The Chargers would settle for 3, so now here's 2nd and 11. Rattler gets picked off for a 3rd time. This one's going to the house. That's just a great play by Justin Igbo there. I mean, it's a screen pass. You're not expecting those to get picked off, but here we are. So now here's a handoff to Alvin Kamara, and he's going to pick up the first down. Nice run for him as he's getting a little work in this game. Under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Rattler, quick throw over the middle, and he finds Taysom Hill. He's not the greatest football player, but he makes a play there. 2nd and 1. Here's Rattler on the play fake. Here's a throw right side, and it's going to be caught by Jawan Johnson for the first. So we're doing a good job of moving the football here. Now here's a handoff. Alvin Kamara up the middle again on the counter this time. He'll pick up another first down. Good to see him getting some work early on. Now 2nd and 10, here's Rattler, looking right side. It's caught by Kamara, just short of the marker, and Cesar Ruiz is hurt. Definitely not a player we can afford to lose for a long amount of time. And there's Taysom Hill with the grab over the middle. He gets inside the 10-yard line. And now 3rd and goal. Taysom Hill takes the snap on the QB power, but he's not going to get there. Henley makes the tackle. We have to settle for a field goal. Lake Groupie able to make this one from 22 yards out. We get on the board. It's 17-3. So now we're into the second half. Taylor Heineke takes over at quarterback for the Chargers. There's Najee Harris getting tackled in the backfield. Good play by Jonas Sanker. Chargers would drive down the field, however. Here's Harris getting stonewalled at the line of scrimmage. Nathan Shepard making the play there. Now 3rd and 2. Handoff to the fullback. He's going to go right up the middle. Touchdown Chargers. Guess they're actually using fullbacks. Okay, good for you. Scott Matlock gets into the end zone. Now for the first time, we will see the rookie out of Louisville, Tyler Lime King Shuck. He'll throw right side, and it's going to be Johnson making the grab for the first down. Good throw by Shuck there. Now 1st and 20 after a holding call. Shuck will drop back, and he's going to be brought down for the sack. Kyle Kennard gets the sack there for the Chargers. Now 3rd and 23. We're going to need a big gain here. Shuck steps up, throws left side, and Cedric Wilson comes down with it inside the 30. So now we have a chance to get into the end zone here. 1st and 10, Shuck will drop back. He throws right side, and it's caught. That's going to be Johnson making the grab there again. So now 1st and 10, hand off to Akers. Cam Akers runs over a defender, and he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints, and we make it a 2-score game. But now, inside the 2-minute warning, here's Heineke under pressure. He's going to be brought down for the sack. Sanker getting in there again. He's definitely got a lot of potential to be a big playmaker for this defense. And now Heineke under pressure, brought down for the sack, coughs up the football. Nathan Shepard picks it up, and Shepard might be gone. He is kind of big, so somebody could end up making a play, and somebody is going to make a play here. Number 84 for the Chargers runs him down inside the 10, but a big play for Shepard. Isaiah Foskey is the one who initially forced the fumble there on the sack. Now with 23 seconds to go, Shuck hands it off to Akers, and he just walks in for his second touchdown of the game. And now it's just a 7-point game heading into the third quarter. And on the opening kickoff of the second half, we have Justin Reed kicking it down the field. He did do some kickoffs for the Chiefs in a pinch when Harrison Butker's been hurt, so he's able to kick it off pretty well. He might actually just be our kickoff specialist at this point. We'll have to see. And now here's Heineke being brought down for the sack. Jordan Howden came in on the corner blitz. And now we have the football back. Shuck's still in the game. He'll drop back, throws underneath. There's Clyde Edwards-Helaire making the grab, getting the first down. He's not a lock to make the team, so hopefully he's able to do some work for us. As Shuck's going to be brought down for the sack. Deshaun Hand gets to him. And now the Chargers will get the football back. Here's Heineke stepping up. He's going to be brought down by Shepard. What a first preseason game this guy's had so far. Man's been balling so far. Now 3rd and 4, Shuck hit as he throws. That's going to be incomplete. So far not a bad day for Shuck as a whole, but he's definitely struggled in this third quarter. Here's a throw right side. What a play by Hugo Amadi. He gets both feet in bounds as well, as Heineke tried to force it to Lambert Smith there, but a good play by Amadi, and he has a chance to potentially be CB2 on this team. And people might just think because he's a former Titan I'm doing it, but it's like if he makes plays like that, I mean, that's CB2 type stuff there to me. So we head into the fourth quarter. Shuck is still in the game for us as he'll drop back on 3rd and 2, throws left side, just overshoots his man there, and we'll have to punt it. Chargers back on the field, 2nd and 13 for Heineke, and he's going to be brought down for the sack. Great play there by Sanders. Now it's going to be 3rd and 20 for the Chargers. Heineke will drop back again. He has time to throw this time. He throws it right side. It's going to be completed, but a nice tackle by Howden. And we're going to get the football back with a chance to tie. But Jake Hayner's in the game now at quarterback. Devin Neal, the rookie out of Kansas, gets his first carry. He gets to about 2 yards. That's about all we did on that drive. Here's a throw over the middle, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Chargers. Good throw by Heineke over there, and just horrible tackling by this defense as Jalen Reagor gets the touchdown. So Hayner's still in the game here. 1st and 10, quick throw right side. There is Jack Stoll making the grab for the first. Now 3rd and 6. Hayner again. Throws right side. It's, not caught by Stoll. I thought he was going to make the grab there, but now we're going to go for it on 4th and 6. 7:05 to go. Why not? It's the preseason after all, and Hayner's hit as he throws, looking for Dante Pettis, and Hayner is injured on the play, so not great. Here's a handoff to Najee Harris, and a hell of a tackle there by Noah Sewell, and we end up getting the football back. We're facing another 4th down. Hayner throws underneath to Pettis, and Pettis gets the first down just barely. It's 34-17. They actually kicked a field goal on the last drive. My apologies. Now 2nd and 4. Hayner steps up, throws offside, finds Bub Means for the first down. He's inside the 40. Now 3rd and 6. Here's Hayner. Throws over the middle. There's going to be Stoll making the grab. And if he keeps making plays like that, he might find himself on this roster. But we'll have to see how he does it in the next 2 games. Here's a throw over the middle to Means again. Hayner's actually thrown some pretty good passes here as we're up to the 3 now. 1st and goal, Hayner. Over the middle, it's going to be caught by Stoll. Touchdown, Saints. And we bring it within 2 scores at least. Probably not looking good for us to win this game, but hey, good play there. We're going to go for 2 just because. Hayner drops back, throws over the middle, and Pettis holds onto it to make it 34-25. We kick an onside kick, but we don't get it. And now the Chargers are inside the 5. Heineke on the play fake just throws it to Harris, and he's going to dive in for the touchdown. 42-25 is the score here. Last chance to get any points here. Hayner's still in the game. He's going to throw it right side to Stahl, who's going to be tackled short of the marker. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Chargers win 42-25 as we drop our first preseason game. Pretty good performances from a few individual guys. I feel like Tyler Shuck played pretty well, 5 of 8 for 95 yards. Cam Akers had 2 touchdowns on the ground. Jordan Howden with 7 tackles, the TFL, and a sack. Nathan Shepard was really impressive in this game, 4 tackles, 3 TFLs, a sack, and a fumble recovery that he nearly took to the house. Kalen Sanders and Isaiah Foskey both played pretty well, and Hugo Amadi with that amazing interception in the corner of the end zone. So now we have a few big transactions I want to talk about that transpired between week 1 and week 2. Joe Flacco was cut by the Cleveland Browns. So that's pretty big. We don't have any veteran quarterbacks on the team, so we might actually pick him up. Another big move that the Browns are involved in, and they trade for Tyler Algier from the Atlanta Falcons. Obviously, Bijan Robinson's the running back for the Falcons now, so Algier heads over. Rayshon Jenkins and a 7th go to Atlanta. And a very head-scratching move for the Baltimore Ravens as Isaiah Likely gets traded to the Rams for Jordan Whittington and a 5th-round pick in 2027 and a 7th in 2028. This is a really bad trade for the Ravens because why are you trading Isaiah Likely and not Mark Andrews? And one more big move here, we have Christian Wilkins, who was cut by the Raiders recently, getting signed to a 1-year deal with the Houston Texans. They would. So, as I just mentioned, Joe Flacco is a free agent, and I decided we're going to go sign him. It makes a lot of sense because this team doesn't have any veteran leadership at quarterback, and he has the mentor and bridge QB tags, so I feel like that'll help our young guys a whole lot. That probably means that Jake Haener doesn't make the team, but I feel like Flacco being on the team is really good for both Shuck and Rattler. And we are actually in the market to trade Davon Godchaux, and I just found a really good team to possibly trade him to. I know he just signed in the offseason, but Jordan Davison, a 6th-round pick in 2028, you really can't beat that. Davis statistically never put up big numbers for the Eagles, but he definitely was a big part of the Eagles winning the Super Bowl last season. But Jalen Carter is the big guy at D tackle for them, and I feel like Godchaux definitely helps them a lot more immediately than Davis would. So we're going to make this trade, sending Davon Godchaux over to the Eagles for Jordan Davis and a 5th-round pick this season. So definitely a big boost for the future. We do get Davis for a couple of seasons, so we'll see if we can develop him into being one of the best D tackles in the league. Our next game is against a team that most of you guys know I have a very special place in my heart for. It's a place of innermost hate. The Jacksonville Jaguars. And I don't care that it's just preseason. I want to beat the Jaguars. So let's get it. Tyler Shuck will be the starting quarterback for this game, getting his first start with the Saints. Even though it's just preseason, still a big deal. Here's Shuck play faking it to Kamara. He'll throw underneath. That's going to be completed. Rashid Shaheed is just short of the marker. But we're in Jags territory now. So now 2nd inches. Hand off to Velus Jones. And he gets a nice run, breaking a tackle. And he's up to the 34. So now 1st and 10. Cam Akers in the game at running back. Shuck will drop back. Throws over the middle. There's Shaheed again. He's going to get all the way up to the 20. So now we're at the 5, 2nd and 5. Shuck throws to a wide open Cam Akers. That's going to be a touchdown for the Saints. And we take an early 7-0 lead. The Jags don't do much offensively, so now we're back on offense. 3rd and 7. Shuck has time, scrambles as soon as he throws, so we go 3 and out. And we get another stop. Now 3rd and 5. Shuck throws over the middle. That's going to be completed, and it's going to be a 1st down. Jack Stoll getting some good early playing time. And now 3rd and 6. Shuck will drop back. Jags send the blitz. Shuck stays composed, throws right side, and it's going to be a jackknife drop there. It's in Madden as well. Donovan Peoples-Jones couldn't hold on to it. So we kick a field goal to make it 10-0. Here's Trevor Lawrence throwing left side. That's going to be dropped by Travis Hunter, who is playing both sides of the football, as you guys can see. Jags end up going 3 and out again. So now here's Shuck throwing right side, and it's going to be completed. And that's really the only highlight of this drive. We'd end up punting it back to the Jags. And then Trevor Lawrence tries to sneak it. He fumbles the football, and it's going to be picked up by Isaac Yiadom. And Brian Brzee was the one who forced the fumble there, getting the stop on the QB sneak. Lawrence tried to go through the gap, and Brzee just shot right through and blasted him. So now we have the football back. Shuck's still in the game here in the second quarter. He'll drop back. He's hit as he throws that one, and it's still going to be caught by Peoples-Jones up to the 14. So Shuck is looking really impressive in this game, a lot more than Rattler did last game. And he steps up. He's going to be brought down for the sack on third down, and Josh Hines-Allen is injured. That's why you probably shouldn't keep your starters in for that long. Second and goal, Lawrence is going to throw it left side. That's going to be a touchdown for Brenton Strange, and it's 13-7. So now 2-minute drill time for Shuck. He'll throw it right side. That's going to be completed for a first down and more, just short of the 40. So now 3rd and 9, Peoples-Jones in motion to the right. Shuck takes the snap, Jags send the blitz, and he throws right side. That's going to be completed for a first down up to the 48. So now we continue the no-huddle offense. Shuck steps up. He has time. He's taken all of his time, and he's just going to scramble. He slides down and actually picks up the first. Shuck's looking pretty good on this drive. Now 27 seconds to go. Shuck will drop back, throws over the middle. That's going to be completed. There's Shaheed getting a few yards. Another timeout for us. We're down to 1 with 22 seconds to go in the half. Shuck steps up, scrambles. He's going to pick up the first down again up to the 26. And we're just going to take the field goal. Blake Groupie from 43 yards out is good. And we're up 16-7 heading into the half. Now Joe Flacco's in the game getting some work with the second team. Flacco throws left side. That's going to be completed. There is Foster Moreau getting the first down up to the 41. Here's Flacco on 2nd and 10. He throws right side. Completed. And oh boy, a fumble. And it's going to be picked up by the Jags. Good Lord. That was not good at all. And just like that, Caleb Rainsaw is able to pick it up, even though I think that was Cedric Wilson who just didn't pick it up. It's tragic. 2nd and goal. Nice stop there by Noah Sewell. Now 2nd and goal. Nick Mullins is under pressure. He's going to be brought down for the sack as Wyatt Millam is hurt on the play. So now it's 3rd and goal after the Chase Young sack. Mullins will drop back again. And he's looking. He's under pressure, and there comes Chase Young again, getting to him for a second play in a row. Jags have to settle for a field goal. So now 3rd and 7. Flacco throws left side, and it's boom, making the grab for the first. So now 3rd and 8. Flacco again dropping back. Under pressure, gets it away, and it's going to be caught just short of the marker. And we're going to go for it on 4th and 2. See if Clyde Edwards-Helaire can pick it up here. Jags send the blitz. Edwards-Helaire coughs it up, and it's going to be picked up by the Jags. So not only did he not get there, but he also lost the football. So double whammy there for Clyde. Now 3rd and 5. Mullins has time. He decides to scramble. Picks up the first down up to the 39. So now 3rd and 16. Mullins. Mulling where to throw the ball, throws it deep right side. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Jags. Eli Pankel, the rookie out of Duke, makes the grab there, and the Jags take a 1-point lead. So now Spencer Rattler's in the game for us offensively. He'll drop back. He'll throw left side. It's going to be completed to Devin Neal, the rookie out of Kansas, picking up about 6. Now 3rd and 4. Rattler in the shotgun. This time a screen pass to Neal. Nice blocking there, and he's going to cut it upfield. Spins out a defender, and then he coughs it up. But it's going to be picked up by Jack Stoll there, and that's going to move the chains. 3rd and 9. Rattler throws left side. It's going to be caught by Stoll. He's just short of the marker. And we're just going to take the field goal here and take the lead. Blake Groupie from the left hash from 35 yards out, and it's good. So now we're up 19-17. We've got to make a stop here if we want to beat the Jags, though. Mullins under pressure. He's going to try to throw it. Nope, he can't get it away. He's brought down for the sack. Isaiah Foskey able to get to him. And now we're going to punt it away here. We're going to go to the 5-minute mark. Here's a punt. And that is what you call a what a punt. All the way down to the 1. So now Mullins and company come out onto the field. Here's a handoff to Tank Bigsby, and he gets blown up in the backfield for the safety. And guess who? The hero from game 1, Nathan Shepard, comes in and makes the play. He's been an absolute monster this preseason so far. And now here's the ensuing kickoff. Back to return this one is Velus Jones. And Jones takes it. Gets some pretty good blocks. Jones up the right sideline, up to the 50, the 40, the 30, and he's going to be gone. I guess with that, he's locked up his roster spot. Definitely going to be our kick returner. Maybe we'll get some plays on offense as well, but a hell of a play by Velus Jones to take that back. And we extend our lead after the safety and then after the kick return touchdown. And that's going to make it 28-17. Jags are still fighting, though, as Mullins is going to be brought down. And maybe Chase Young shouldn't be in the game anymore at this point. He has 3 sacks. He is just absolutely devouring this offensive line. And Isaiah Foskey has a torn labrum, will not be able to return for this game. That's a big loss there, as he was going to be one of our reserve edge rushers, but not anymore, I guess. Big throw on 4th and 10. That's going to be broken up, as Irwin couldn't make the play. And it's a turnover on downs. 1st and goal, handoff up the middle, and Devin Neal dives in for the touchdown. 35-17 is the score now. And even though it's just preseason, it always feels good to beat the Jaguars, even if it's Madden. But they're going to get theirs one more time. Quincy Riley just gets cooked by Pankel. He is going to get his 2nd touchdown of the game for the Jags. At very least, he needs to be on their practice squad. Either way, we end up getting the win 35-24. So I'll take it. We beat the Jags. I love it. Pretty good performance for Tyler Shuck. He did finish just barely over 50% passing, but I liked a lot of the throws that he made today. Look at Dylan Radins getting 3 pancakes. Chase Young with an amazing game. 7 tackles, 5 TFLs, and 4.5 sacks. Nafai Sewell had a pretty good game. I know I kept calling him Noah throughout the video, but I mean Nafai. I'm not going back and changing it at this point, but whatever. But overall, good win for the Saints. Love beating the Jaguars. Unfortunately, we're going to lose Foskey for 3 to 7 weeks with a torn labrum. That sucks because we lose a lot of depth with him being gone. And apparently the Titans have Tajay Spears on the trade block. I kind of get it. They did sign Matthew Judon, as you can see as well, so a big signing for Tennessee. And now we go to our final preseason game, a game against the Denver Broncos, where starters are going to play for 3 quarters. And I'm not going to hold y'all. I ended up just playing the moments of this game. 3rd and 6 for the Broncos. Bo Nix is in the game. He's going to step up, scramble, and Nix is going to pick up the 1st down at the 1-yard line. So now it's 2nd and goal, and immediately we get the sack. Danny Stutzman just blitzes. Good play for the rookie out of Oklahoma. Now 3rd and 11. Nix will drop back. He's going to throw the screen, and that's going nowhere. Good play there by Yadam. And we hold him to a field goal. So Spencer Rattler is playing quarterback here to start this game, trying to earn that starting job. I feel like at this point, Shuck has earned it, but Rattler still has a chance to prove something to us. He'll throw right side. That's going to be broken up, incomplete. Trying to force that one. We end up settling for a field goal. Broncos will get a touchdown during the sim. Here's the throw left side to Moreau, who's going to be upended after an 8-yard gain. A little 2-minute drill action here for Rattler. 2nd and 2. He'll drop back, throws right side to a wide open Jack Stoll, who's going to get the 1st down up to the 41. We continue to go no huddle. We've used 1 timeout so far. Rattler over the middle. He'll find Moreau, who's going to get the 1st down up to the 49 as we use our 2nd timeout of the half. 1st and 10 from the 49. Rattler on the play fake. He'll roll to the right. Looking down the field, he's just going to run, and he's going to get tackled at the 37 as we use our final timeout of the half. So trying to avoid what we call cock management. As Rattler steps up, throws it deep to the left side, and that's going to be intercepted. Tried to force that one in double coverage, and it just didn't work out for him. And that's going to be a big return to the left side. We finally bring him down. And not a great first half of football for Rattler. He does get 1 more quarter, though, as Bo Nix is still in the game. He's going to throw it left side, and that's going to be broken up, nearly picked off. And the Broncos actually went for it on 4th down and got it. So now 3rd and 4. Nix is going to scramble, picks up the 1st down, takes a big hit on the way. Maybe they should take him out of the game now. 1st and 10. Botch snap right through the legs of Nix, and he's going to pick it up just barely. I don't know if that's a feature in the game or just a glitch, but I mean, it's actually kind of cool to see this actually happen, although Nix was still going into the animation, so that's something they got to work on. But if that's a bug, I mean, at least it's kind of realistic there. 3rd and 15, Nix throws left side, it's completed, but not enough for the 1st, so the Broncos will settle for a field goal. We're back on offense. Rattler's still in the game, And on 3rd and 5, he's going to take a shot right side, and it's going to be broken up. I thought it was going to be a catch by Wilson, but he doesn't hold on to it. We go into the 4th quarter now. Jake Haener's in the game, throwing a little bubble screen to Wilson for the first down up to the 31. And Haener's kind of just trying to earn his spot on the practice squad. He's not going to make the main roster at this point, especially not with throws like that. That's going to be picked off. And that's pretty much how the cookie crumbles. I mean, you know, not a great performance by the defense or the offense for the most part. Ends 16-3, so we go 1-2 in preseason. Rattler with a rough game, 9 of 17, 82 yards and 2 picks. Haener went 8 of 13, 65 yards and a pick. And nothing really too impressive on either side of the ball for us. Bo Nix went 16 of 20, 157 and a touchdown. Receiving touchdown for J.K. Dobbins, and then picks for Riley Moss, Dre Greenlaw, and Jahdae Barron. Well, now Tyler Shough wants to talk to Coach Spain about starting, and I think it's pretty apparent that Shough is going to be the starter at this point. I didn't like what I saw from Spencer Rattler for the most part, and I think it's just fair to say, congratulations, you've earned the starting job. So Tyler Shough will be the day 1 starter, and he'll immediately get the opportunity to prove that he can be the long-term option for us at quarterback. The reality of being a second-round QB is a team is not married to you. Your contract's very much replaceable, and if they want to just cut you after being a second-round pick, they can do that. So hopefully he's able to prove us right here that he deserves to be the starter this year, but we'll have to see. Shough will be the starter. Joe Flacco actually will start off as the number 2 quarterback on the team, and Spencer Rattler will be number 3. And now it's time to cut the roster down to 53 players. This is always a difficult thing to do no matter what franchise you're doing, because there are a few bubble guys you might actually like, but you'd only be able to practice squad them, or you'd have to cut them outright. So let's get started. First, we're going to go to quarterbacks, and the obvious one here is we're going to practice squad Jake Haener. Just doesn't really make sense to keep 4 quarterbacks on your team. It really limits you everywhere else. I actually end up initially cutting him, but I will put him on the practice squad later. I actually am going to end up cutting Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He just didn't really show me a whole lot, and that fumble still hangs in my head a whole lot. I also practice squad Kendre Miller because realistically we're only going to keep 4 running backs, and Kamara, Neal, Akers, and Bayless Jones have all earned their spots on this team. At wide receiver, Kevin Austin is definitely a pretty obvious cut. Mason Tipton is somebody who we're going to put on the practice squad. He didn't show me a whole lot, but I like his speed as a whole. Dante Pettis we're going to cut. He just doesn't really fit what we need on this team, really. And we're going to keep most of these guys. Cedric Wilson will probably come back to, but I'm not cutting Bub Means. I like his potential way too much. We're going to put Maliki Matavaho on the practice squad. I just think we're a little too deep at tight end to keep that many, and I really like what Jack Stoll did, so we're not going to cut him. Kyle Hergel is going to get just straight up cut. We're not putting him on the practice squad. And then Torricelli Simpkins. I thought about just putting him on the practice squad, but I decided to cut him and just take the cap hit. I don't see a future for him on this team at all. And then Nick Saldiveri, I ended up deciding that we're going to keep him, and we're going to actually cut Shane Lemieux. I feel like Lemieux just doesn't give the upside that Saldiveri has at 25. And then that's all the cuts for the O-line. Defensively, we are going to cut Chris Rumph II. I feel like Fidel Diggs can definitely contribute as a rotational pass rusher. We're also going to cut Jonah Williams, and we're going to keep Chase Young and Cameron Jordan on the team, obviously. Isaiah Foskey is injured, so he'll be on the team as well. And then as far as D-tackles goes, obviously we're keeping Davis. Shepard earned his spot on the team. We're not cutting Brzee, so we're going to cut Jonathan Bullard, who's 31 years old. We're also going to cut Kalen Sanders, even though it's a little bit of a cap hit. Christian Boyd, Vernon Broughton, and John Ridgway are the last few. And I'm actually going to put Broughton on the practice squad. Even though he's a 3rd-round pick, still going to put him on the practice squad. Ridgway gets cut as well. And now Nafai Sewell we're definitely going to keep. I think he played pretty well during the preseason. As far as linebackers go, we just don't really have a lot of depth to afford to cut a lot of these guys. But Tareem Powell is going to be put on the practice squad. And we'll keep Jackson Ford and Davis, obviously. Werner and Stutzman both will make the team, obviously. Rajon Wright, going to cornerback, he's going to get cut. And then Rico Payton, we're going to put him on the practice squad. So we're going to roll with 5 corners on the team. I'm cool with that. And the only cut at safety we're making is JT Gray, so we're just going to roll with Sanker and Reed at free safety. I like Sanker's future prospects for the most part. And then we're going to keep 3 strong safeties as of right now. And obviously we're not getting rid of our kicker, punter, or long snapper. So now we have 2 more cuts to make. And I ultimately decided to part ways with Terrell Burgess. At the end of the day, he just didn't contribute enough in preseason for me to justify keeping him. So now we are down to 1 more cut to make. And I decided to part ways with Cedric Wilson. At 29 years old, he doesn't really fit into what I want this team to be in the future. So we get down to 53 players, having to make a tough cut at the end. So our starting lineup for week 1. Tyler Shuck will be the starting quarterback, as I mentioned. Alvin Kamara obviously will be the starting running back, but we'll see a lot of K-makers as well. Foster Moreau will be the starting fullback. At receiver, we have Chris Olave and Brandon Cooks starting, but you'll see a good amount of Rashid Shaheed and some Donovan Peoples-Jones as well. And Jawan Johnson will be the starting tight end. We'll still see a lot of Taysom Hill because we do have formations where he's the gadget play quarterback. And the starting offensive line is going to be Kelvin Banks Jr. at left tackle, Dylan Radins beating out Trevor Penning at left guard, Eric McCoy at center, Cesar Ruiz at right guard, and Talise Fuaga starting at right tackle. On the defensive side of the football, up front, we have Jordan Davis, Nathan Shepard, and Brian Brzee starting on the D-line. And at linebacker, the edge rushers will be Chase Young and Carl Granderson. Cameron Jordan will still play a good amount, just as a rotational guy for now. And then the starting linebackers are going to be Demario Davis, and Pete Werner is actually going to start. Stutzman will be the backup to both of them, but I'll actually have Werner as the starting middle linebacker there. And then in the secondary, the starting corners are going to be Kool-Aid McKinstry, and number 2 behind him is going to be Hugo Amadi, who just had that amazing interception in the first preseason game. Alante Taylor will be cornerback number 3, then Yadam, and then the rookie Quincy Riley. And then the starting free safety obviously is Justin Reed, and Julian Blackman will be the starting strong safety. But you'll see a lot of Jonas Sanker this year as well. And Jordan Howden will find some way to get on the field too. Our first game of the franchise is going to be hosting the Arizona Cardinals in week 1. The Cardinals are a very talented team on paper, obviously with Trey McBride at tight end, Budda Baker at strong safety, my boy Josh Sweat from Knoll Nation, and of course this guy at quarterback, Kyler Murray. And Kyler Murray has had a bit of a struggle throughout his career as a starting quarterback for the Cardinals. Had a pretty decent season last year though, 21 touchdowns, 11 picks, almost 4,000 yards. And he carried the ball 78 times for 572 yards and 5 touchdowns. They have James Conner and Trey Benson as their running backs. And their top receiving target is Marvin Harrison Jr., who didn't crack 1,000 yards last season, but we'll see if he does a little bit better this year. Pretty decent receiving core. Trey McBride's an absolute problem at tight end. And they have a pretty good offensive line with Paris Johnson at left tackle. Evan Brown at left guard could be a little better. Don't know how to pronounce his name, but they have a decent center, decent right guard, and then Jonah Williams at right tackle. Their pass rush is really where they might end up struggling, as Zaven Collins is the starter there. They also have Baron Browning out of Ohio State, who could be decent. Josh Sweat, probably their best pass rusher at an 86 overall. We'll see how he does against us. They have Calais Campbell, who I completely forgot was still in the league, and he comes back to the Cardinals where he started his career, and we'll see how he does in his year at 39 years old. Not a great linebacker situation for the Cardinals at all. Pretty weak, actually. And they also don't have the same linebacker, but the game didn't force them to have to sign one or move one. But overall, pretty good secondary. Garrett Williams, Sean Murphy-Bunting, the former Titan, and rookie Will Johnson. We'll see if he can stay healthy for them. Denzel Burke is also on this team as well. So a lot of youth at corner for the Cardinals. We'll see if it develops for them over the course of this franchise. Decent free safety. And then Budda Baker, still one of the best strong safeties in the league. So definitely a winnable game. The Cardinals aren't really that great of a team. They are better than us, but that's not saying a whole lot. But we'll see how the first game goes. If you guys are excited for this first game of the franchise, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the sub button if you're new, and turn your notifications on. And if you made it this far in the video, let me know in the comment section what you think the team's record will be in game and IRL, and let me know who you think wins the Super Bowl this year, both in the game and IRL.